Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your man, it's Daddy, it's me, it's Andy. I said yesterday I was going to do a little video talking about some of my own insecurities around my own attractiveness and not feeling handsome, not feeling good enough, all of that sort of stuff. And I thought I would start by sharing some really nice compliments that I got from the two girls that I'm seeing right now. So this one is from one of the girls that I'm seeing right now that I have previously just called M. And I opened up to her and said, hey, I don't always feel super sexy. I don't always feel attractive. I feel like it's something I'm still working on, like learning to love myself, learning to appreciate my body, all of that stuff. And she said, because she sometimes struggles with that herself, not feeling pretty, she said, also, God, is this how it fucking feels? Hearing you say that you don't feel hot or sexy? Sorry? What? How? Like I'm mad. Actually mad. Andy, you are really sexy. Your aura is sexy. Your facial expressions, your eye contact, your smile, your voice. Isn't she incredibly fucking sweet? It's something I don't think I can fully explain, but it's so hot, like wildly. It's like your control is obvious. You have this sureness, this strength, this confidence about you, which I don't always, and I'm very honest about that. And I've said this to a lot of you guys. If you just admit that you're not always in control, that you don't always feel confident, that you don't always know what you're doing, that you don't always feel sure of yourself. Like I told this woman, I hit on her in public. I told her like 3 or 4 times when I first hit on her, I was like, I'm so nervous right now. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm saying. That stuff, when you admit that, comes across as confidence, even though you are literally saying, I'm not confident right now. The other person will hear that and go, wow, that takes a lot of confidence to be able to say that you're not confident. You're really confident. And you're like, no, listen, I'm not confident. I don't know what I'm doing. And they're like, wow, that's so brave of you. And you're like, no, I'm not brave. I'm shitting my pants right now. And they're like, wow, that's so strong of you to admit that. So guys, I say this all the time. Vulnerability is strength. If you own it, if you take control of it and say, I'm not confident. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but let's just try and have a good time together. I'll do my best. You do your best. That's you taking ownership of the situation. So be vulnerable in a very masculine way where you say, I'm vulnerable. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do my best. It's like you have a plan. Like you're not just saying, I don't know what I'm doing. Help. Oh my God, I'm scared. Like, yeah, that doesn't come across as very confident or like masculine. And if you feel like that, it's okay. You can ask for help, blah, blah, blah. But generally the way that I like to say it is like, I feel vulnerable right now, but I know that I'll be okay and blah, blah, blah. Like that's how I like to say it. So that's what she's talking about here. Just admit the fact that you are not confident and you don't always know what you're doing. And then people will oddly tell you, holy shit, you seem so in control. You seem so sure. You seem to have strength. You seem confident. Even when you literally say, I'm not confident and sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Like there's videos on my YouTube channel of me saying, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing sometimes. I say that to all of you. I tell you when I'm sad. I tell you when I'm tired. I'm like, hey, I don't think today's going to be a good video because I'm stressed or tired, but I'll give myself permission to suck and I'll just do my best. That weirdly comes across as confident. You will have women saying shit like this, telling you that you're really confident. Wow, you're so masculine. When you're literally uttering the words, I'm not confident and I don't know what I'm doing. And they'll be like, wow, that's so confident of you to admit that. So she says, I feel it literally whenever I'm around you. It's like an energy. Yes, the energy of honesty and just saying, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. It's like this sense that you have a handle on everything. Yeah, because I'm able to admit when I don't have a handle on something. Like a dominance, but it's a quiet dominance that you're keeping under control. That's hot. Like how controlled and precise and calm you are. That just comes from working on my peace and love, which is obviously something that I talk about a lot on this channel. It's gently commanding. It's really intoxicating. It's wild. It's so fascinating to me that it makes me want to push you to lose your control. And she's actually done that with me a couple of times now during sex. Like since she wrote this to me like a couple of weeks ago. We've had a few sex sessions where like she's literally pushed me to lose control and I just go to town on her and let's just say that's a lot of fun. We'll keep it PG-13 on this channel, but let's just say that's been a lot of fun. I said from the beginning how your energy precedes you. When I first met you, I could feel the power in your energy, even though it was reserved and polite and quiet. Yes, I say this a lot of times, guys. You don't have to be this big fucking, crazy alpha male. You can just have this quiet, loving presence, and that comes across as confident and dominant. Like literally, if you just work on self-love and you are kind and honest and have compassion for other people, that weirdly comes across as someone who has their shit together. And women will say shit like this to you. They'll be like, wow, you're so dominant, when you're just being really polite and quiet and honest. Like that's all it is. Pair politeness and compassion with honesty. Like be upfront about what you want. Say, you're sexy and I would like to take you on a date. That's very dominant. And then say, what would you like? Or feel free to say no. It's like pair those two things together, like compassion and niceness and non-judgmentalism and just being a loving presence in the world. Pair that with saying exactly what you want. Those two things go together, and then you get messages like this. People will be like, holy fuck, you're so polite and quiet, but you come across as so sure of yourself and dominant. And it's like, you're not really being sure of yourself or dominant. You're just being honest. You're just saying, I find you sexy. I'd love to take you out on a date. That's all I said to her. I was like, you're so cute. Are you single? And I just looked into her eyes and held eye contact for a while. And she was like, oh my God, I am single. And I was like, cool. Like, can I get your number? And like, I got her number. And then we hung out for like 10 minutes. I walked her to work and we just talked. And like, I didn't do anything especially amazing. I was just honest. Like, you're pretty, or I find you pretty. Are you single? I'd like to take you out for a drink. That's just honesty. Pairing that with non-judgmentalism and being polite and nice and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, a lot of people think in order to be dominant, you have to just steamroll over the top of everybody and be like this aggressive alpha male. They think in order to have a lot of sex, you have to be this big fucking hardcore alpha male. No, when I hit on women and just in general, I am like I try and be the nicest person that I possibly can be. I allow them space to say no. If I can see that they're nervous, I'll say like, hey, feel free to say no. Like, you don't have to say yes to me. Like, I'm just so fucking nice. If they say like, I have a boyfriend, like I hit on 2 girls yesterday. Both of them had a boyfriend. One of them in particular was like, oh shit, like I have a boyfriend. I'm actually in a rush to go and see him right now. And I was like, go. Like, go see your boyfriend. I hope you guys are so happy together. And she's like, starts like running off because she's late. She's like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, thank you so much for this. Like, bye. And I was like, bye. And then, like, I think I told you guys this. I then walked past them again, like 5 minutes later, and I kind of smiled at her, and she smiled at me. Like, I'm just polite and nice, and like, you don't have to be this big, hardcore, fucking like dominant alpha male. You can be quiet in your masculinity. You can be polite and nice. A lot of people are so afraid of being nice, and it's like, what's wrong with being nice? I try and be as nice as I possibly can. I just pair that with honesty and saying, this is what I want. Would you like the same thing? And the ones that say yes, I end up doing something amazing with them, like this girl M. The ones who say no, I'm like, beautiful, go be with your boyfriend or go live your life. I hope you do whatever the fuck you want to do. Thank you for this conversation. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for the smile. I hope you have a lovely day. You can be the nicest person ever while also being very masculine and, for those of you that are kinky little fucks, you can be into BDSM and stuff. Like, I'm crazy into kink and BDSM and toys and ropes and restraints and shibari and all of that beautiful stuff. I'm so unbelievably nice when I do it. Like the whole time I'm like caressing her face, telling her that she's beautiful. Even while I'm fucking the shit out of her and calling her dirty names, I'm so nice about it. And I'm like, how does that feel? Do you want it harder? Do you want it softer? Like, I'm trying to bring a very loving presence to the bedroom with every person that I sleep with. Even if we're doing crazy, passionate, wild, like aggressive sex or something, there's a lot of love in that and niceness and compassion. So you can be the nicest guy ever. You can be honest. You don't have to change yourself. Like, a lot of you watching are really nice people. You're just so nice. And you're afraid of like, do I have to stop being a nice guy in order to have sex? Do I have to stop being a polite, kind, gentle, honest presence? It's like, no, go be you. And just tell women, like the women that you like, I like you, or I find you sexy, or I find you cute, or I think you're pretty. Do you want to go out with me? Like, that's all this is. So she goes on to say, I melted in your presence. You saw that she did. She turned into a giggly little girl when I first hit on her. And she does all the time now too. You could give me a single look across a crowded room and I'd probably come on the spot. You're sexy as fuck. What a nice little bit of reassurance. And so I say this all the time. If any of you, men or women, don't feel attractive, just be honest about that. Just be fucking vulnerable and be like, hey, I don't always feel super attractive. I'm a bit insecure. Like, can you give me some reassurance? Like, why are you dating me? What is it in me that you like? And you can give that to yourself too. Get out a piece of paper or do it on your computer. Write down 50 things about you that are lovable, 50 reasons why someone might want to date you, 50 things you have to offer people that you date. Like, come up with 50 reasons why you're worthy of sex or dating or relationships or love. Like, give yourself that love, that thing you're wanting from other people, give that to yourself. Instead of getting validation from other people, although you can do that too, actually. So get a bit of validation from other people if you want to, but give it to yourself as well. And that's what that 50 things that are lovable exercise does. And I did the same thing with Nisha, the other girl that I'm dating. I said to her, she has a lot of matches on Tinder. She has like hundreds of matches on there. And we're both open, and I'm open with all girls, as in they can go and sleep with whoever they want. But she showed me her Tinder. There's literally like fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of matches. She gets messages on her Instagram because she's very fucking sexy. I mean, literally, this is her, and she's happy for me to show pictures of her on the YouTube and shit. Like, yeah, no fucking shit. Of course, she has a lot of matches and a lot of people. Like, she's just a vibe. She's a look. Like, she's literally the fucking, like, e-girl look, right? Perfect e-girl look. And so I asked her, like, hey, like, how come you're dating me? Like, you got all these matches, you got all these guys. Like, what is it about me? I'm trying to work on my self-esteem, work on my self-love. You'd do me a big favor if you told me why you like me. And she is similarly insecure. She actually doesn't think she's pretty, which is insane when she looks that fucking pretty. But doesn't that show you that all human beings have insecurities and we're not always super kind to ourselves? So I've been reassuring her a lot, and this is her reassuring me. She says, I want you because I'm attracted to you, Andy. Your looks, your dominance, your personality, and all the love that you have to give to people. See how I keep saying that being a loving presence is very attractive to the vast majority of human beings. You actually care about my thoughts and feelings and my life experiences, and you don't want to change who I am. Yes, I just listen non-judgmentally, and I accept her for who she is. And it doesn't feel like you're saying all those things just to appease me. No, I have spent years working on my love for other people, my love for all of you guys and girls, my love for myself. And so I can show up with a very loving presence. And most people haven't felt that. Like, most people haven't been with someone who's autistically honest, who's full of love, who likes themselves and likes other people. That's why I keep saying to work on this stuff, guys, because it makes a big difference. You are so interesting, and I enjoy hearing everything you have to say. Trust me when I say if anyone else sent me multiple hour-long voice messages, yeah, I like to send her and other girls that I'm dating and all of my coaching clients hour-long voice messages, coaching them, like being there for them, talking. She said, if anyone else did that, I'd be extremely overwhelmed. But when it's you, my heart picks up a beat, and I want to stop whatever I'm doing just to listen. I love that you seem to be so in control, even though I've told her a million times that I'm sad or I'm not feeling good or I don't know what I'm doing or any of that. But that comes across as being in control because you're at least confident enough to admit that you don't always know what you're doing. Giving yourself permission to suck and being honest about that comes across as weirdly confident. You know what you want and are able to just go for it no matter what, and it's something that I really, really aspire to be like. All of those other guys aren't like you, Andy. They wouldn't give me what you give me. So again, guys, if you're feeling a little insecure, you are allowed to just ask women, and women, same thing, ask your guys, would you mind giving me a little bit of reassurance? Or like, hey, how come you are dating me? Or like, hey, why do you like me? And you'll be surprised that people can reassure you and be there for you. And it's okay if you have insecurities. I do too. I'm not always the most confident person ever. That's why I ask people sometimes, like, hey, would you mind telling me what it is that you like about me? I say the same to my friends. I'll say like, hey, do you mind telling me like why you're my friend? Like, what is it that you like about me? I'm trying to work on my self-esteem. And that can be nice. And then you go and write, a list of 50 things about yourself that are likable. I do that sometimes. I'll just go back and look at my list, remind myself of all of these things that I have to offer, reasons why someone might want to be my friend or date me or whatever. And that helps me build that self-esteem. So it's okay to have insecurities. You're allowed to just be honest and share them. I promise it's okay. We're all just humans trying to do our best. If you would like more help with any of this, I have a big hardcore VIP coaching program where you get direct access to me. And we have the affordable $200 a month Abundance Collective, where you get all the coaches and all of that in there, helping you change your life, building something beautiful, the sex life of your dreams. Maybe you want to build a business, whatever it is, we can help. So those two tiers, the big hardcore kick-ass VIP program or the more affordable $200 a month one, links down below to both of those. As always, ladies and gentlemen, go out there, crush those goals, and try being a little bit more vulnerable and honest. You might be surprised at what happens when you do.